All right, well, we are back.
It was good to have a seat right now. It was good right there.
I didn't know because I couldn't really,
That's cool.
I didn't want people to see the top of my dome. Yeah. But we are back. I'm your girl Mo Love, and of course,
That's your boy L. Dot.
and we got some special people, here to, tell us a little about, what they do.
This is big stuff because this is our first organization that has ever been on the Love Below. We've been here 6 semesters, y'all, and we haven't had an organization yet. So in our last semester, we wanted to definitely bring other student organizations in and talk a little bit about itself. So who we got in here?
We got Wesley Davis.
Yeah, and I'm Malik.
Okay. And organization
Well, it's called, first of all, I want to say I appreciate F. Mo Love for letting us, coming to the show.
And Demo too.
And Demo too. Basically, the organization we run is Positive Moves Music Club, and we've been here for actually 3 semesters, so since our freshman year. Yeah,
Okay.
we're second year, sophomore year now. So we're just trying to promote positivity through music, and we do different positive acts around campus, such as talent shows and open mics and different stuff like that, just to show that hip-hop could be something that could be used positively through your community and not just something for entertainment.
Okay.
And then we try to push that through the things we do on campus with the students or with the surrounding area of Statesboro and everything like that.
Yeah, I think he left out that we also we give back to the community too through music. So basically we're using the talent show to give back to the community of Statesboro. So I think we're donating money to the Boys and Girls Club, Bullitt County, to whoever wins, And then
that's cool.
Yeah.
And that talent show gonna be this Friday at 7:30.
Have y'all already had auditions?
No, next Friday.
Oh, okay.
We've already had auditions. We have a pretty stacked competition right
and
now.
It's a real fun show because we got skits throughout it and different things going on. There's a lot of surprises and it's guaranteed to bring a nice crowd. So we're excited about it.
And it's Friday where?
The 15th in the Russell Union Ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So if fellas and females, if you want to take your little, I know it's the day after Valentine's Day, but if you doing a little catch up and makeup just in case you forgot,
Baby, I was working yesterday. Let me take you out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can go ahead and take them to this show, and then maybe
it's a concert, baby. It's a concert. You know?
Maybe she might forget you for forgetting, but if she anything like me, she ain't gonna forget.
So I got a big question. When it's all said and done, PMMC, which are the initials for the group, what do you want the legacy to be for your organization?
Well, personally, I'm president of the organization, so I'm not gonna be here forever, So as far as that goes, we're looking for enthusiastic kids who are willing to bring this legacy on to something further after. I'm going, he's going, everybody's going. So I'm just looking for people to experience this opportunity that we got a chance to experience also when they come into college also. So we're actually looking for that now. People like that.
Now I don't know how long you been on this campus?
3 semesters. So I guess a year and a half.
Okay. Well, yeah, you probably wouldn't know about it. But back in the day, Mo Love used to be a part of this group called MSA, and it's basically the Music Student Association. And basically what we did was pretty much, we had all types. We had music lovers, from people who play instruments, people who sing. And it was like us all getting together and just talking about music, period, and just talking about some of our artists that we love, the different types of music that we love, the language that it speaks, what message is it trying to portray. And some of the meetings would get heated, some of them would be like, man, this is what's up, and everybody would feel, after they left, everybody would be on this different type of high that nobody really can explain. And it's hard when you are the person outside looking in, because they don't really, a lot of people who don't really appreciate music like that, they don't understand that, man, music is who. Right. And that's what it is for me. Like, granted, I'm not a singer, I do dance a little bit, but I love music. Music is a part of me, man. So just don't feel like nobody is going to be there to pick up after you, because with music and the way it is, somebody's going to pick up that torch and carry it, because hearing that you guys are doing that makes me excited because MSA is no longer here.
Right.
So now that I hear that it's a different group, it makes me excited because I was like, well, who's gonna pass on this torch? And you guys have picked it up. So don't worry about that.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
That's what's up, though. It's good to, see that people want to shed a positive light on hip hop and
Right.
just music in general. I mean, because now hip hop is not just like a one particular beat or pattern. It's a bunch of different styles put together, and kind of just shows that it can be Georgia, but it can also be Japan, but it can also be Russia. But it can all still be hip hop. So I mean, I definitely appreciate y'all for coming and to the school and wanting to do something right away. It's like, hey, let's show y'all, let's show people that hey, it's not always what the stereotype is. What,
right.
The stigma about they listen to rap, or it's all about sense of word, and sense of word. Or I can actually say some actual stuff that can liberate somebody or help somebody in their time of need, and it doesn't have to be yada 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 yada. It can be like, let's do it, let's get it together. So kind of deal. So that's what's up.
As far as things to say to people that are sitting back and maybe watching this, like, man, I can't start an organization, I can't get involved. We started this organization our second week of freshman year.
Right.
So I'm saying if you really have a passion for something, whether it's chess, whether it's backgammon, whatever you do, not just board games, but whatever you do out there, and you want to start an organization for it, I guarantee there's somebody on this campus out of 20,000 students that feel the same way.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, granted this might be like my last semester here, but I have a brother who is hearing impaired, and I use sign language to communicate with him, and I know that when we go out in public, people, what they doing? What's that? You throwing a gang sign? No. But I mean, when they look, they just like, wow, like, man, I would love to learn that. So I think they might have some classes, I'm not sure, but I wanted to start up maybe like a little sign language, because I mean, it's something that anybody can do, and just in case you might lose your voice, you be like, what up? So I mean, there's the good thing about Georgia Southern's campus is there is so many windows of opportunities here, and you have to not only take that once you leave from Georgia Southern, but you have to take that same view that you get from Georgia Southern, and you have to take that view and look at the rest of the world like that, because there's so many opportunities out there for everybody. So for people to be like, well, I don't know if I can make it, you gotta have that do mentality. You gotta have that passion behind you, and if you got that passion, you're gonna go anywhere.
Right.
Anywhere. And what I wanted to ask you guys, what specifically do you guys specialize in, or what specific, do you rap? Are you an artist? Do you play an instrument? What?
It's funny, cause we actually have like a music group on campus that we did before Positive Moves, and it was a group of 14 guys who just wanted to make a difference, but because of how things work at the school, we couldn't get rooms reserved or get flyers posted because we weren't an actual organization. So what we wanted to do was make ourselves more professional and start our organization. So to answer your question, I actually do, I make music, I rap, I make a couple beats. He's actually, he raps and he's a producer. And we have like a group of guys we have singers, we have people who dance, and we just have different people like that. And we were a lot more active last year. I think we were freshmen, freshmen passionate out there rapping everywhere.
Right.
But now we've tried to push ourselves out there on the social media a little bit more and practice on our craft. So. Do
you guys do the GSU Unplugged thing that they're now, they used to do it in Starbucks, but now they're doing it in
Yeah, we did it a couple times freshman year, but we don't really do it no more now.
Why?
I don't know why.
I guess because the field in Starbucks was more like spoken word artists. It wasn't like, you can't really like, rappers are performers. So you can't, like, that stage, you can't really like rap like that, we felt like. So we was.
Why you can't rap?
Well, we could rap, but like
it really was toward like acoustic guitar players and like poetry.
It wasn't really geared toward the type of audience that we're used to. But there was a lot of events last year. Like there was what was that event in the theater? It was like It was like something.
Poetry slam, right?
It was like a showcase or something like that we performed at, and we did a couple different events last year,
Okay.
around campus. So
And your talents?
Oh, I just make beats really. Like I'm a producer.
So I like Swiss beats.
Yeah, kind of like Swiss beats. I want to be like.
You want to be known, notorious?
Yeah, I do basically the audio engineering. So when they want to record and stuff, they come to me and I record them. I mix it and I make beats for them to rap on and sing on. Sometimes I rap my own beats. And
So is that a part of your major? Or are you?
No, I'm an electrical engineer. I do music.
It's serious money, ladies. I think you might be you single?
Yeah.
You single? All right, ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this is the
Mechanical
love.
energy, you know.
We're not trying to get
In
it
there.
Twitter. You smooth.
So, okay, well, I appreciate you guys coming and gracing your presence for the show. One thing I want to encourage you all is to keep reaching out to these people and keep reaching out to others around this campus and for those who are music illiterate, because the world of music can open up so many lives. I've seen it happen before my eyes. For my brother himself, he is deaf, but he dances like nobody you have ever seen in your life. And of course, his all-time favorite, music artist was Michael Jackson. And he had the whole Thriller video and everything, and he used to watch it. Now, granted, this is a person who can't hear whatsoever, but to see somebody as powerful as Michael Jackson touching, someone who has never heard a sound in their life and seeing him actually dance to his music is something powerful. So if music can get somebody who can't even hear the actual beat to move, look how powerful that is. So
That's what we're trying to get out, the message in Positive News Music Club, that music can change stuff. Like it's just not entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? Like we can communicate with other people, other cultures, things like that. It's just not
And a lot of people don't understand that when you dance, because I'm a trained dancer, but when kids are learning how to dance, it builds a confidence within themselves. So when you're dancing and you're performing, you've got this confidence, and it makes you a better person to be able to socialize with others. You'll meet friends, you'll meet other people, and you'll feel better about yourself. You'll have a different self-esteem. So for some of those kids who are the ones that don't really fit in, or they figure I can't really dance, or there's other things that they can do. But music is a great way for them to be able to fit in with everybody and give them that boost of confidence and self-esteem that they need. So I am totally for what you guys do. I appreciate y'all. But I want to go ahead and see if y'all want to go ahead and chime in on our show. We're talking about reality TV shows. So do you guys have any of your favorite reality TV shows that you guys like? Catfish. Yes! I love Catfish. I love Catfish.
Gotta say.
Which one was your favorite episode though?
Honestly, it was probably all of them surprised me a lot of times. I don't know, a lot of people say that wasn't surprising, but a lot of them, it's crazy what people do out here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how Facebook has affected the way internet dating, social relationships has just changed over the past couple of years. I wonder what these people did before Facebook. It's crazy.
MySpace, all that stuff. You know what they used to do.
It's crazy. So
yeah, but with the whole Catfish thing, it kind of gets you thinking like, wow, like people that actually happens to people, because you hear about it, but once it's in front of your face, you're like, wow. Exactly. Now it was that one episode that really I was like, and it was the one with the girl. She was from Atlanta. She had a little boy, and she had been texting this guy for like 2 years. Come to find out, the guy was actually a girl, and she had been texting her to get her from stop talking to her boyfriend, who used to be her ex-boyfriend. I was like,
actually,
cut off the cameras, we finna fight.
It's crazy because it's funny that you mentioned Marietta. That girl was from McEachern, where my girlfriend was from. She was actually from the same exact school.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, you know, I kind of got a little thing against McEachern because I'm from the real MHS,
oh.
which is Marietta High School stand-up.
She already
What? No, I'm just playing. But no, camaraderie, you know, we all go to the same right now. But yeah, so what high schools you guys from?
Well, we're both from Norcross High School,
Ooh,
in the same school.
Right.
y'all up there. No, yeah, y'all down there.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
ballers.
We ballers.
We ballers, we ball, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm listening. Alright, so other than hip hop, is there anything you guys do in other types of genres of music?
I know, me personally, I don't just make hip hop because sometimes, like when I'm making a beat, I'll try to go for a hip hop thing, but then it can turn into like a kind of jazzy thing. Like me and my friends, like my roommates, I have 2 other roommates that make beats also. One's a DJ, the other one just makes beats. And sometimes we collaborate on stuff. And we thought we was gonna go in, like we was gonna collaborate on the beat. We thought we was gonna go in making a hip hop beat like for a club. And then it just turned in, like we found this sample, it was a jazzy piano. We were like, we can use that. And then it just turned into this little jazzy, like lounge type of thing. It was like, this is really good. So sometimes it just depends on how I feel. Like how we feel, it depends. And for him, it's like,
I mean, I'm most likely geared toward hip hop, but my roommates are totally, they got me into some other stuff that
Like
I never thought. Dubstep and, and country and jazz and rock and different types of stuff. So I'm open to everything, you know, as long as it's a positive message being portrayed through it. I mean, sometimes music sounds good. It's not always the most positive thing, but music is music, you know. So. You know.
Well, I mean, how do you guys feel about it's a new form of hip hop, but it's being infused with dubstep and what is it? Like electronica, house music. It's being the both of them are being infused. So you've got your hip hop song mixed with the and when they when they're together, it's like something you've never heard. Like I was wow, okay, yeah. I mean, all right, this is what's up. So I mean, it's with the way music is and technology today, they're just everybody's mixing now, and everything is like wow, I never thought about that, and now it sounds amazing.
Right.
You're coming up with all these different sounds, and it's cool.
It's crazy.
It's very
It's
cool.
changing.
You got anything you want to say to them or ask them?
I'm just excited to see young people really, excited to put out positive music. I'm a music fanatic. I used to sing and do a lot of other stuff, but I've just calmed down and focused on school a little bit more. But I'm very big on positive music. Like a beat can be great, but if the words to it are not uplifting and are, putting out the best message or the something that's uplifting, then I can't really get with it too well. But and it sucks when it's catchy. You just like,
exactly.
Stuck in my head.
Exactly.
Like I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift at all. I know all of her songs, not because I want to, but because people do that.
I don't like it either, but that song just
hate that song with a passion.
stuck in my head.
All the words are there. It's just
And then you got them now kids that be on there singing the same thing, and it just gets stuck in your head, and then next thing you know,
It's
you at work
crazy.
humming the song. And
So I guess my question to you is, are you guys looking at going into music professionally?
The thing about the music industry, just the music industry as a whole, it's the whole is about this big to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I know me personally, I'll speak for myself. I'm actually focusing a lot on school right now. Last year it was all music. I was even thinking about 4 years down the line, like, well, we're gonna be professional musicians. But I think as you grow and get older, you actually start to see that maybe the music needs to be more of a hobby as long as you're in school and there's necessarily better opportunities for you at the time. So that's just me personally.
yeah. And like people in our group, I think they're mostly like him. Like they're focused on school, and music is just a hobby, just to let out emotions. But I'm trying to, even though I'm in school to be an engineer, I'm trying to become a professional music producer first, and then like engineering is gonna be my backup.
Okay, so you gonna
Right.
produce my track? It's gonna go.
I'm
Me. What? I might check 1 2 1 2. What? You think I can get me a record deal? What?
You know,
I'ma get you a record deal.
usually I'm down for supporting my people, but I would kindly
It was a
make
joke.
sure that doesn't end
It
up
was-
on my iPod. I'm just saying. No, I got you though.
That's what you want.
It's more love,
Whatever.
nothing but love.
Whatever.
But I guess the reason I ask that is because with you doing the positive moves music, yes, I'm good. But is there ever really a challenge for you personally to deal with whether or not the music that you make has a positive message? Because a lot of people will do, like, they'll be all for positive music, and then when it's not making them any money, it's like, well, I gotta do what it takes to make money.
Right.
So, I mean, what are your stance on that?
Well, I think we struggled with that a lot last year, being young people in the music game. Because we just formed our group together, so we would have meetings like, we gotta go this direction on music, and this direction, and now it's more just like, we just make music which makes us feel good, you know. So I do understand what you're saying with the music industry is kind of just, the music industry as a whole. I know there's good parts and bad parts, but stuff that sells is usually the bad stuff. So if we wanted to get people to listen to our music, it would have to be a club banger, it had to be this, and this, but now we just make music for us. So my stance is I just make music that makes me feel good, and as long as my mom can hear it, then I'm willing to put it out on the internet and Facebook and YouTube, because she'll kill me. You know?
I'm not mad at that.
Right.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Now, I would definitely have to say, for those people who are making not the usual, get on air type of music, keep doing what you're doing, because eventually, just like the whole, I'm
It's
going
gonna
natural.
it's gonna reach
It's
somebody.
going to get there. It hasn't got there, but just keep doing what it is that you guys are doing, because I too have a group from that, well, not me personally, but a group that I know back in Atlanta, and they're called Soul Star. And you've got a guy, his name is Brian Samples, and he plays the violin. Killer freestylist. I mean, just, oh my God, if you listen to some of his work, it's awesome. He's the violinist in the group. And then you have Makasala, who is on the bongos, and then you have their lead singer, who is Ziani. And Ziani plays, I think she plays a guitar or bass. And then you have a bass player. And I mean, all of them collectively together, when we all get together, and they just, I mean, we could just be playing around. And I mean, the vibe that you get from that, you got to experience. But they have some music on, and I try and tell people about it or whatnot. I try and tell people about it. So
I was just gonna make sure you respond to the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna ignore the people. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. But I mean, they've got some awesome music, and granted, I'm like, yeah, why ain't everybody listening to this? It's positive. This is what people need. But yeah, you got to keep that momentum going, because unfortunately, everybody wants to hear the bad and the old, money, cars, clothes, and then so that's what they like. But when people actually, real music connoisseurs, when they break down the message, it's like, what is this? Like Lupe,
Yeah, I was just about to
be bad. I can't say the word, but be bad, woman. That video, when I saw that, I was like,
Lupe Fiasco, he is a great example of somebody who doesn't conform to what people want. He stays true to his music. Since day one, he's been making positive music. He doesn't resort to making a club banger. He says that he doesn't need to talk about what you guys want him to talk about in order to make good music, because it's going to penetrate anyways.
right,
So he's going to stick to what he does, and he knows that it's going to carry over.
right.
So he
Right.
just stays true. And I think a lot of people can use him as an example and kind of look up to what he does,
Right.
because nobody else does it. I can't.
No, they don't. Man, when I heard that track, I was like, what? Man, and then the video, you put the video and the words together, and you just like, what? Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah, I'm down.
I kind of felt like
That was
that.
my ringtone for a long time.
I kind of felt like that with Kanye post his mama
Pre.
dying. Or pre
Yeah.
his mama dying. Because when Jesus Walk came out, I was like, man, whew, that's powerful. But then I really thought he was gonna, you know.
Yeah, artists are people, and you know your emotions and different things in your life do change, and it changes the situation, it changes your expression.
You let the industry get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Turn them out.
I mean, you can let some other things get a hold of them too, but we're all entitled to live our lives for ourselves, and that's why I asked you the question. Like, it's really important that your music speaks to you, and it speaks for you. You know, if the message that you have is, you know, I want bad bitches, then that's what you're saying.
Right.
But I mean, if you've grown and moved forward from that, then it's perfectly fine to be grown and move forward from that. You don't have to, like, the people with degrees that go back and rap like they can't speak.
Right.
Flies.
I was not calling names. I was not throwing shade at all.
Sorry.
But
I said flies, not
yeah,
flies.
it bothers me to some extent. Now, you got to do what you got to do to make your money. But at the same time, like, have some morals. Have some dignity, have some respect for yourself.
Yeah, right.
So,
And put some chapstick on your lips, you know
I
which one I'm
can't.
talking
yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back in
Your lips look
and
purple.
move forward with the show. Mo Love is doing the most. with her
Always.
right now.
I wouldn't be Mo Love if I
But I
didn't
did
do
want
the
to
most.
thank you guys for coming in. I don't know if you guys want to stay
Yes.
through the next section. We'd be glad to have you, but I did want to appreciate you while we were still on the air.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna press.